Even if he gets in the top 4, top 5, we're not going to do all playing the way we play under Maresca in the Champions League. It is the day after the night before, and Chelsea have, of course, beaten Leicester City. Enzo Maresca's former side, no doubts, or no less, rather, 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. And as a result, Chelsea now sits clear, by the way, in 4th place. Yeah. It's on the front of it, on the face of it, we do seem to be, I would argue, the front runners, or so you would think. I think a lot of people are forgetting that we do have some very, very, very tricky games coming up. And listen, there's been a lot of back and forth on Twitter today, and just on social media as a whole, as to whether or not, you know, we can see it through. Also based on what Maresca said after the game, and I've got my opinions on that sort of situation that we've been seeing. First of all, I just want to preface that the reaction to a win is one thing. I understand getting all happy and cheering and all that sort of stuff, but we saw a similar thing after, you know, beating Southampton. Not so much Maresca per se, but also from the fan base, or not the fan base, but certain areas of it were like, a win's a win. This is absolutely massive. You know, top 4, and it's like, yeah, it's. I know. Look, I'm getting to the point. I say it's only Southampton. And now we've come to this point, and we're playing Leicester, and he's going and he's doing the fuck yeah, like he's Lampard and cheering the fans on, and or trying to get them on his side and everything like that. But again, it's Leicester, and truth be told, we struggled. We did not look strong. We did not look good. There were moments. But on the flip side, I do want to preface that, you know, in seasons gone by, this kind of game, Southampton as well, and a few others, would have absolutely been one where you come into this and think, just for the love of God, just win the game. And then we fuck it completely. So on one side of it, I do appreciate the enthusiasm, but it seems a little bit like, come on, Jesus Christ. But again, at the same time, we have in the past struggled in such games. So I get that as well. Like, this kind of game, to get it over the line is an absolutely a massive success for the season where we're going. So I kind of sit on both sides of the fence. I'm sitting on top of the fence, to be fair, in regards to what I think about Maresca at the moment. We're somehow in 4th. We're somehow doing well. But at the same time, the over-celebrating in certain situations is a little crazy to me. I get the enthusiasm. I'm liking the enthusiasm. I'm liking and everything else like that. In the press conference after as well, the comments of him saying that, you know, if Enzo doesn't pass back, I'm taking him off. If the keeper plays it forward, I'm taking him off. And it's that explains why, you know, my frustrations. If you watch the watch-alongs, you'll know that I lose it every single time when there's a chance to shoot from distance that is justified as well, not just a shoot and hope. There's been many chances over the last couple of weeks, months, whatever, where Chelsea players have had numerous occasions to shoot from distance, and it just seems as though they're not allowed. They're not allowed to do this, and that's why we see them constantly. We're basically trying to walk it in the back of the net these days. Unless you are Mark Cucurella, who, by the way, fucking, you know, what a game from him. Great goal from distance. So it kind of completely goes against what I was saying. But at the same time, it does seem like Mark Cucurella is the guy at the moment. It does seem as though he's had way more sort of free reign to do whatever he wants to do, which is kind of weird considering his position. Seen a lot of comparisons to that of Marcus Alonso. you know, what he used to provide, clutch situations, scoring important goals. And there's like an identical goal that he scored a number of years ago. Listen, whilst all this is well and good, I hate to be the voice to bring it down a notch, but someone's got to do it. And I've seen a few people say it, but the overexcitement of us beating, just marginally, by the way, 1-0 to Leicester, I think people need a bit of a wake-up call that struggling against the second to the bottom of the league when you've got Arsenal coming up next and Tottenham, and then a number of games as well where, let me just get the list up of fixtures to come. I do need to double check some results. So we have got, right, in the Premier League, we've obviously got second leg of the Copenhagen Conference League coming up as well. We've got Arsenal. We never beat Arsenal. It's not been a thing. Listen, this is my thing. If we can beat if we beat Arsenal somehow, it ain't gonna happen. And you can come back to this, and I can guarantee you, it ain't happening. We're not beating Arsenal. But if we do, I think that is. I think top 4 could very much be secured. If we can pull that off, I'm more confident going into those last few games. But if the inevitable happens and we don't get... we might get a draw. We might get a draw. They have been doing draws lately. But either way, Arsenal, I'm not holding out too much hope on that. It's last few years, it's almost a guaranteed loss or a draw at the very best. Tottenham, you never ever can tell. It's my favourite fixture, so that's one I'm always looking forward to. But knowing our luck, with how shit they are, this will be the time that we balls it. So yeah, this is the thing, right? We were in the running for the league, and then we came across the Christmas period, which, I mean, we've got Brentford, we've got Ipswich, we've got Fulham, and we've got Everton. Brentford, I'm fairly sure we beat them, did we not? I am almost positive we beat them. We did, 2-1, 15th of December. Mark Cucurella got sent off in that game. But we beat Brentford comfortably as well, I want to say, because it was Mbuemo that scored in the 90th minute. Ipswich we lost to, which was just a game you have to, Enzo Maresca, you have to rectify that loss, because it's around then that it all went fucking downhill. With Fulham, I want to say we beat them. No, we lost. We did lose. We lost 2-1 to Fulham. So again, another one where we have to. We absolutely have to rectify that as well. It's the same run. It's exactly the same run, more or less. And then obviously drawing to Everton's where it all started. That's where it all went downhill from the beginning. We got Arsenal, Tottenham, Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, and Everton, all in the build-up to what is, I can only describe as one of the biggest four games in the end of a season you'll ever fucking see for a team challenging for the top 4 in history. At least from a Chelsea standpoint, I can't really recall. I'm sure there have been moments, but it's just ridiculous. Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester United, and finishing off on the final day against Nottingham Forest away from home. You've got to believe, if Forest are really still in with a chance of ballsing it up, if we're going to their ends, if we're going to their grounds where they need a win or we need a win, it's going to be fucking mayhem. It's going to be an absolute slobber knocker, in the words of Jim Ross. It is going to be the must-watch game of the final day. All of this to say, I appreciate Enzo Maresca has quite the job on his hands. My point after all of this said and done is, in my opinion, well, for what it's worth, and that's not a lot, the way we play, even if we get Champions League football, Even if he gets in the top 4, top 5, we're not going to do fuck all playing the way we play under Maresca in the Champions League, in my opinion. I just don't think we've got enough to us. There's not enough substance. The style of the Maresca ball is not that of a Champions League winning side. Fast forward this to when we win the Champions League under Maresca somehow, and I will happily, with open arms, accept the fat, massive L on my face if I am made to look like a fucking idiot. But I'm just saying it how it is at the moment. The way we play, the repetitive pass, possession play, and don't you dare kick it long, don't you dare have a shot, that sort of stuff. You're not going to win trophies playing like that. You might win the Conference League. That's still up for debate. With that said, with regards to the game, it was the same old story sort of thing, but we did get over the line in the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Until the next one, my name is Harry up the Chels, and peace.